Welcome back to Breaking Waves. This episode, we are picking up where we left off in San Juanica, aka Scorpion Bay. It's late November, and my partner Ben and I have been hunting down waves along the coast of Baja, Mexico. This is our home, an 80s-era Canadian-built sailboat on which we did an overnight passage to get here. Despite our lack of sleep, the waves were breaking, so we postponed the naps, jumped in, and got our first waves of the area.
Good morning, folks. Good morning, good morning. It's a rare cloudy morning here in San Juanica, and we are headed to shore to try to solve our lack of fuel issue and to get some produce, some food.
At this point, we've been on the move for a little over 2 weeks, and since Baja is fairly remote, we hadn't seen much in the way of towns or people. It was time to refresh our supplies.
Greg would be in heaven right now with all this junk. I was just thinking that we didn't have enough sand in the boat.
I know, I miss having more sand on the boat.
I really wish we could bring a beach home with us. Little nutcase! Wow! Oh, it's just a quiet little town.
San Juanico is a little fishing village in Baja California Sur. It's known for having the longest wave in Mexico on the right south swell.
Hey, Kimbo.
Nice, eh?
So beautiful.
Good breakfast. Yes. ¿Tiene diesel? No diesel. Yes, yeah. Okay. So he said diesel's coming on Friday, which is in 2 days. So we could potentially get some. Looks pretty dirty, but we do have the filter. But he doesn't accept credit card like everybody else. But I think he said that there's another shop near here that does accept credit card. So maybe if we pay that shop and then they pay him or something like that.
Okay.
That's kind of what I understood. So.
Oh yeah, to complicate things, we were the fools who underestimated how many pesos we would need down the coast. We only had our debit and our credit cards. While it is true, there's not a whole lot in this town, I will say that there are some beautiful people here. They seem to really like cruisers or like people coming by. This guy just pulled up to our boat, on his boat, and was like, hey, I heard in town that you guys need a diesel. And I was like, I mean, yeah, if you have some, that'd be great. Anyway, we organized for me to go get it because we only have credit card and he has a machine where he is. But also I was like, how was the fishing today? And he was like, oh yeah, really good. And I was like, what did you catch? He's like, oh, no big deal. Dorado. So he gave us one and I was like, I can pay you. Like maybe when I pick up the Jerry's. And he's like, yeah, or like don't, that's fine. His name's Nico. He's super nice. So shout out to Nico if you watch this. You probably don't, but we're gonna have sushi for lunch. This is cool. I freaking love it here. The people are kind. There's surfing. It's like not a whole lot in town, but it's just making us save money. So cup is so full. I got a really nice wave this morning. So my spirits are outrageously high. But I'm gonna clean this fish. We'll have some sushi for dinner or lunch.
Another day, another surf session. And in the afternoon, I head into town to find some diesel.
You almost can't go anywhere in town without people stopping to offer you a ride. It's wonderful. Back to this truck with me.
Nico wasn't home when I got there, but someone told me about a guy named Antonio who had diesel and lived just up the road. He filled my jerry's as a couple who spoke English overheard my issues of needing an ATM and offered to spot me the pesos.
Breakingwaves.sailing.
Isn't that the kindest thing? I used PayPal to send them the funds, and they gave me whatever they had in their pockets. Then, Antonio gave me a ride back to the boat. People in San Juanico are unbelievably generous.
Man, for less than $100, we got 10 gallons of fuel and all of our groceries.
Finish. Alright, now we can carry on. We've got snacks and junk food.
The next anchorage on our minds was going to be Bahia Santa Maria. While most people tuck into its bigger neighbor, Magdalena Bay, we had our eyes on the point break that was by boat access only at the edge of the first bay. So it's about 100 miles from San Juanico to Santa Maria. So we left late afternoon and had a beautiful sunset to bring in the evening with. With consistent winds on our beam, the night shift was smooth and uneventful, and we didn't have to turn the engine on very much.
Looks like we got a left point peeler at the south end of Bahia Santa Maria here. The west swell's getting in like I'd hoped. Could be good. Gotta get closer to see though. Something's happening.
If you've been watching us a while now, then you know that Bruce refuses to pee on the boat. So after a long passage, the first thing we do is we get him to shore. Which, in Baja, is not always that easy.
Another day, another beach break landing. Baja.
Wow, a big fish jumped. Yeah, you know, I'm not feeling super optimistic about this one.
Good job, everybody! Good job, everybody! Come on, Brucey Bear! Come on, buddy! Come on! Good boy! Alright! We gotta get down to an art form now. Film the next video. Oh wow! What do you got? Whoa!
I know. I was like, where's sea lion? That's how I saw it. I thought, nope, it's
Santa Maria was this magical place with a very small fishing village, mangroves to explore, crystal clear waters that were beautiful to surf in.
I'm getting really into that.
I'm a mermaid.
Pterodactyl.
Definitely a pterodactyl.
So you can barely see me, but we're back here at the north end of Santa Maria, Bahia Santa Maria. We've just had dinner and we are, our windlass down button broke, so that's fun. Add that to the list of all the things that keep breaking on this boat.
It's not the up button.
I don't want to sound overly negative about all the breakages, but like, just literally every time we move the boat, something breaks.
No, I
without
think
fail.
they know. Patreon knows for sure anyway that it's always something with us.
Anyway, happy to be here. We're actually kind of in party mode right now, and we're gonna flip on the twinkle lights. Well, they're already on, and have a cockpit party. So we've got Two to the Horizon on Instagram and YouTube, just over there in the same anchorage as us, and we were chatting using the Starlinks, and Horizon was kind enough to offer us a couple jerry cans of diesel that we could buy off of them because they said they've still got tons of fuel. So we maybe will do that. I still wouldn't mind going to Puerto San Carlos anyway to like fully fill up, and there's groceries and stuff like that there. So, and if the swell's dying here anyway, I'm sort of less concerned about spending the whole work week here. Anyway, we'll decide probably after the surf what we're gonna do.
Shout out to our new patrons who have joined us this past week. Brian Polly, Nick Sandine, John G, Wally and Stacy Steedley. Looking forward to catching up with you guys and meeting you online. And for the rest of you, don't forget to hit subscribe and turn on notifications so that you know every time we release a video. See you at the next episode.